Hello. Welcome. Sorry. Good to be here. How are you, Jacqueline? If you're just joining, don't forget to say hi in the chat so that you are entered in the drawing for $10 in CM credits tonight. It is rumbling out there. Good to see you, Tracy. We're not going to talk about what's happening outside, shall we not? Let's just be in a little happy bubble and enjoy our time together. I was in Fort Myers this morning and drove home from Fort Myers. Actually, I was Sanibel. Just right over the bridge from Sanibel. So technically not on Sanibel Island, but very near Sanibel, just over the bridge that they had to remake. And so yeah. And I had to come across the state and get home here in my seat and get ready for tonight. I was there for an advisor retreat. My fan is going here. Let me turn this off. And it was a fabulous time. There was about 50 advisors, mostly from Florida, and it was a great chance to connect. In fact, it was called Crop and Connect. So we did a little bit of scrapbooking and a little bit of training, and it was a lot of fun to be amongst CM sisters. And so it's good to have all of you on here for card class tonight. Let's go through some of my announcements, and do look for a post. Yes, Deb, it would have been great to have you there, as well as Jacqueline. We did have some people fly in from Indiana, and so people did fly down for it. But I'll do a whole separate post on that. It was a great time. So make sure you say hi in the comment section. If you okay, what did Facebook do? I'm getting notifications, but hopefully you're on here, so it posted, right? I just feel like it posted weird because I don't normally get all these notifications. Facebook probably changed something. Anyway, yes, it was, Dottie. So what was I saying? Oh, so I had a chance to do the September card. So normally I like to show you the cards for next month while we're doing this month, but rarely am I together enough to do that. But since I had some time this weekend to sit down and work on that, I was able to get them done. I haven't posted them yet. I know, Casey, right? It followed me home. And speaking of following home, April's trying to get home from New York. So, fingers crossed and saying lots of prayers that she can get in tonight, to Daytona. Hi, Pam. Welcome. Nice to have you from all the way from Pennsylvania. We got two Pennsylvania on the line. Well, Kitty, it looks like you're on YouTube, so things might look a little different for you on YouTube. All right, so let's continue on. Thanks for saying hi, everyone. That's how you get entered into the drawing. Now, just talking about this Creative Memories Crop and Connect, that was for advisors this past weekend. Like, it's weird to say Fort Myers because technically I think it's in Fort Myers, but really it was just right over the bridge from Sanibel. So it's on Sanibel Harbor. Anyway, we already have one scheduled for next August. So if you are an advisor, pencil that in. It's August 23rd. I know, don't worry, you'll have a whole year of me reminding you, but just so you can put it in your calendar, like I did, it's the 23rd, August 23rd to the 26th. So you can mark your calendar now if you're an advisor, or maybe you just are interested in being a Creative Memories advisor. So it's a great weekend. And with that, the last advisor, I just combined Advisor and Advantage together. Advisor Advantage call with our CEO, Allison Dutton. She's the one on the left. And Diane Lampert from the home office. She's the one on the right in the picture. She was with us at the Crop and Connect this weekend. And so that was great to have her there. And some of you at St. Simon's got to meet Diane from the home office because she was at my St. Simon's retreat. She kind of popped in, showed, we got a little sneaky peek of the new products. Anyway, these calls have been going on all month on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Central Time. So it is a little late for you ladies in the Eastern Time Zone. But if you're interested, that's at 9 p.m. this Thursday. And you can, I can see the QR code is covered up by my Daytona area scrapbooking. But if you're interested, either put it in the chat or reach out and I will get you the link to sign up. All right. The link to sign up for the information Zoom, not to sign up as an advisor. So after I said it, I realized that sounded a little funny. So the secret box sold out in less than a week. So officially sold out. And I think 18 of you will be getting yours at the retreat in Mount Dora, and we will open them together. So I did just want to let you know that was sold out in less than a week. Now, if they keep the same schedule that they have been, and by they I mean Creative Memories, there'll be another secret box in November. So keep your eye out for a post probably in October for the secret box. And if it's like the last two, because the one with the lighthouse in it, that one sold out even faster than this one. So you really can't even wait a week. Alrighty. So next week we have Project Recipe. We're doing the Birthday Bonanza layout. Hey, Ruth. Hi, Frida. Okay. So this will be the layout for Project Recipe. Don't forget to go to DaytonaAriesScrapbooking.com and hey, Deb. Go ahead and go to DaytonaAriesScrapbooking.com, RSVP for the Project Recipe so that you get the PDF of that Project Recipe. If you collect them, you will want to do that. All right, Tool Time with Tara, that's in 2 weeks, and that's a lot of T's. Tool Time with Tara in 2 weeks on Tuesday, September 12th. And I will be featuring the latest and greatest from Creative Memories. So these are 3 new tools, and they all launched yesterday. Now that fence, the rustic fence that you see there on the left, the Border Maker cartridge, is actually the same one. If it looks familiar to you, it's the same one that was released in 2012. So it's back by popular demand. It is a rustic fence. It's the same. Yours, if you have the old one, would be in a blue casing, not a black casing. So if you want to check your stash, because this is already marked hot, which means that it's slated to sell out very soon. When they mark something hot, and by they I mean Creative Memories, it's because it's selling faster than they projected. So it just went live yesterday. I don't think there was a limit yesterday, but I noticed there was a limit today of 2 per order. So that means advisors can't, buy a truckload. Oh, good, Jacqueline. I'm glad you have it. I thought I made a slide for it, but I guess not. I should say while I'm here, if you're interested in any of those punches, that there's free shipping going on right now at Creative Memories if you spend $80. So if you spend $80, you get free shipping. Depending on how big your order is, you'll save you at least $8.95, but could save you more than that. So free shipping over $80. If you need any of those punches, if you need all 3 of those punches, that's $20, $40, $60. That's like $70 right there. Throw in a tape runner, you're at free shipping. Now the little owl on the far right, we're going to come back to that, but it is super cute. It's part of the Croptoberfest collection. It's a build-an owl. So those little things on the side are the parts for the eyes, the beak, and the wings. And it is super cute. And I also finished the October cards, but I'm not showing you those yet. But I did use the owl punch. All right. So in 3 weeks from today, I have Techie Tuesday. It's at noon. because normally I would have my DAR meeting. Shout out to Ruth, who's in DA, who we are in DAR together. But I will actually be in Chicago because Jessie, Brendan's sister, is having chemo on the 15th, the Friday before. So I will be there helping with her and the kids. And so all that to say, as well, if you bought one of the shirts that say in this Ohana, no one fights alone, the pink shirts that have this on them, then that would be awesome if you wore that Friday. I posted on Facebook this past Friday because she also had chemo then. So when you see me in a pink shirt, go switch your shirt and put it on if you've got one of those. And I appreciate you. And then text me a picture so I can text it to her. Although I'll be with her, so I'll show it to her. All right. So Scrappy Happy Hours. This is a laptop crop, September 21st, 6 p.m. at Wine Not West in Ormond. So it's right by Hooligans, off Granada. I went there for a different event. It was great. It's relaxing. They have other things. You don't have to have wine. You can have beer. Just kidding. There's tea, there's sodas, there's water. They have good flatbreads, and so it's yummy. Dottie asked if it was too late to order a shirt. Unfortunately, it is. I put in 2 orders. If I got to 10 more, I could order another 10. The first order, I ordered 80 shirts for friends and family. And then I ordered another 10. So if I got orders for another 10, I'd put in another order. So October is coming. So if you need a pink shirt for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, just hit me up and we'll get another order going. And you can support Jessie and all the rest of these women out fighting. All right. So laptop crop, September 21st. So I kind of had an aha moment this weekend. You don't necessarily have to have a laptop. Some of you guys have a phone full of photos that you've been meaning to go through and delete pictures and get rid of those screenshots and all those things. So you could, if you don't have a laptop, but use your phone for mostly your photos and you want to just come and delete stuff and, have a glass of wine or an iced tea, then you can do that. Okay, so Dottie and Jacqueline, I got we've got 2 toward our 10. All right. So we're headed that way. All right, crop for gray and gold. There might be 1 full table left. I think mostly we have half tables. If it gets to the week of and we still have half tables, I will go down the list and start asking people if they want to upgrade to full. So if you only got a half and you were hoping to get a full, no worries. We'll open more up if we have any space left. But I'm hoping. Okay, Pamela. Let me see. Now I need to start a list. That's great. I'll message you guys so you can get me your sizes. And that'd be awesome. So crop for gray and gold. We don't have a virtual option, but if you have somebody that you know is going to be in the room, they can Zoom you in. Yes, Debbie, it is. I have it on there. So we need to connect this week, hopefully. So make sure to register for that if you are planning to attend. Okay, so these are the cards for September. Aren't they fun? I used the new birthday bonanza, and because I didn't realize that all those letters were in it when I purchased the pack, that you'll get 1 little slimline card in it. So perfect. We haven't done one of those. So 1 slimline card, and I do have the A9. Okay, Anita. I have the A9 envelopes on the way too, so that you have the proper envelope for these. I had to look up, make sure the right dimension. So anyway, those are the kits. So if you're on subscription, with most of you that are watching are on subscription, so you will automatically receive these in September. But if you're not on subscription, you can order them on my website. I didn't add them before I hopped on here. So don't order them now. Give me till tomorrow, and then you can start ordering the September card kit. And Croptoberfest. I'm sorry, my announcements I feel like are going really long tonight. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I promise we're going to get cards. But they're really kind of easy because I made them kind of masculine, and so they don't have any bling or anything. So they kind of are, I think the guys in our life will like them, but they're not going to take very long to do, for better or worse. Plus, if you're hanging out in here, you're not thinking about what's happening outside. So anyway, we'll just take our time. Croptoberfest. Okay, so my vision for Croptoberfest this year was to do 31 days of Croptoberfest. So the whole month. And so this is a list of all the things that we'll be doing. And I thought I was doing it one way, and then I totally backtracked and did it another way. I know many of you that are watching that participate, you're advisors. So I do have some built-in kits, but then I also have a special, if you're an advisor on my team, there's a ticket for that so I kind of revamped all the tickets. So let me see. I feel like I shouldn't have to explain it, and not because I feel like if it's too complex then I'm doing it wrong. So it should be very easy for you to sign up for Croptoberfest. But here we go. Here's my dissertation. Here's my TED Talk on Croptoberfest. Okay. So if you purchase a paper, digital, or card Croptoberfest kit on my website, and you can pretty much go to October and click on anything that says Croptoberfest, and it'll take you to the same ticketing page. I tried to do that so as not to cause confusion. So if you purchase the paper, you're going to get the project recipe, the card stock sampler, and the little booklet, the idea booklet. Okay. And so that's $35, and you'll be part of all the other Croptoberfest stuff, which is all virtual. Okay. So that's a page a day challenge. So the challenge is to do 31 pages in October. So, and I'm doing it with you. Okay. And then there's 2 Zoom crops. One of them's on October 2nd. It's a Monday. The other one's on October 20th. It kind of dovetails into the in-person Croptoberfest I'm doing. But it's a Saturday night, 6 to 9. It's late. So I figure I will be able to just kind of sit and hang out on Zoom with y'all while we're in the room cropping. Okay. Then I have a Going, Going, Gone sale on October 12th, and then a trick or treat Zoom. So that's on Halloween after our regular October card class. But if you've ever been on Zoom, when someone new comes into the room, it goes like ding dong, it does a little ding. So I thought, I'm going to do trick-or-treating on Halloween for all of my scrappy friends. So I'm going to have a bunch of envelopes numbered. And so when you ding dong come into the Zoom, you'll pick the envelope that you want, and then we'll open it to see what you win. Isn't that fun? I'm so excited about it. So we're going to have our own trick or treat. And then the page a day end. So all of those things in blue at the top, you have to purchase the paper, the digital, the card, or the advisor ticket. Okay. And I tried to mix it up so that, say you're taking advantage of the free shipping at Creative Memories right now, and you already bought some of the Croptoberfest stuff. Well, you could get the card, because the card is not the card kit that you already get if you're on subscription. This is where I'm like, oh, is this too confusing? Anyway, it's like a small pod and foam squares and a black pen. So things that something you can put cards in or other tools in. So, you don't, it's not, and with that is a special card kit that is not the October card kit. It's a special Croptoberfest card kit. Okay. Whew. It's not a lot, but then wait, there's more. Then at the bottom of this little graphic, and trust me, I'm going to post it, there's other fun Croptoberfest events available. So then these ones are kind of a la carte, if you will. So 2 crops at Westminster by the Sea. And when I originally posted it, that's where you were going to pick your kit, your paper, your digital, your card. But it was getting too confusing. So these are just, it's kind of like a no frills crop. It's not though, it's Croptoberfest. So we're going to have our blessings mix, which, oh, it's so expensive now with the price of chocolate and food and snacky things. But anyway, we love it. So we'll have that. And on the 21st, I will be making Tara's famous chicken chili. It's been way too long. We will have chicken chili. It's going to be a great time. So that's the in-person Croptoberfest crop. For a half table, it's $20. For a full table, it's $30. So basically that just covers your food. And I have to rent the hall. So the rent and the food and some fun things that day. Then I'm going to have a beginner card class. That's only $10 that day as well. But I'm going to open that up. I'm going to put it on Facebook and open it up to the community. So if you have somebody that's seen your cards, maybe they've received your cards, and they just want to know more, or maybe they're not ready to attend a whole crop, but they just kind of want to pop in and see what on earth you do, invite them to that card class. It's only $10. It's going to be at 2 on Friday. So it's in the middle of the day on Friday. And so you can come, you can invite them and they can come to that card class. Then we have another laptop crop on October 26th. And then on October 30th, we're going to go back to Why Not? But this time we're going to do a card class, and it's going to be a CM box card class. So if you've got people that have received cards and they're like, what you doing? They're going to make 3 of those cards on the 20th. Then we'll invite them to come join us at Why Not on October 30th for the big card class. Not one of these, but one of the Creative Memories boxed ones. So they'll make one of those and hang out. Sound like fun? I know. It's so much. But then we have our regularly scheduled card class, which I did put on there. And then I also put plus my 5 regularly scheduled. So I thought I didn't put any on there, but I did put card class, but I'll still have project recipe, which will be the Croptoberfest project recipe. So you want to order that project recipe either from me through, if you want to participate in Croptoberfest, or from Creative Memories, so that you can do it when I do it live. And then I'll do a tool time, and we'll do a Techie Tuesday, and we will have a Let's Taco about it. Because I've got nothing going on in October, it's also a month with 5 Tuesdays. So I don't have a guest yet to announce, but I will announce that hopefully next week who our special guest for Let's Taco About It will be. And I think that's it. I'm exhausted already. Are you? So that's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, like 16 events. Like every other day there's an event. So it's going to be a lot of work, and I'm going to need to sleep a lot in November. And oh yeah, that first weekend in November, like 4 days after the 31st, I have a retreat in Volano Beach, and many of you are attending that. So maybe I'll get a nap after that. Anyway, it's all good. It's owl good, actually. Oh, it's hidden down here. My little graphic, it says it's owl good. But it is owl good, and we're going to have so much fun. So many thanks to those of you who subscribe to me on YouTube. I so appreciate that. And if you haven't said yay or hey in the chat yet, in the comments, make sure you do that so that you are entered in the drawing at the end of the show. All right. I think that's it. Let's get down to business. I know, right, Dottie? There's a lot going around. I'm excited. It's taken me a couple weeks just to like hammer it all out. All right, so let me switch this camera here. Well, hey, Jen. Good to see you. We're all escaping what's going on outside. We're not even going to talk about it. We're just going to enjoy our time together. Huh. This is backwards. No. Is it normal for you? Is it just backwards for me? Can someone comment on that? Usually it's not like this. That's bizarre. Let me know if you see this backwards. Yes, it's backwards, or yes, it's right for you. Oh, okay. Whew. All right. It's really kind of freaking me out. All right. Because everything is like, I printed it wrong. Oh, so these are the September cards. And this one is our fun fold. Isn't that fun? I think it's fun. All right. And we're going to have fun making those. But before we can do that, because that's a whole month away, we are going to make these cards. And so hopefully you have your pack ready to go. And I feel like I'm not centered here. All right. I've got my bone folder over here, which I never use, but I was grabbing my tape runner and I thought, oh, hey, how about this? Let me grab it. Isn't that what it's for? I get so lazy. You know, we have tools for things and then I forget to use it. Okay, so this is going to be our first card, and that is birthdays are to be celebrated. Okay, so it's kind of like a little dad joke, but a lot of these cards, like I say, they're masculine, but they also are not. I think they're really pretty, and you could send them to anyone. And maybe this is one that you could send to one of your girlfriends. And I will go ahead and, since it's right here, use my bone folder here. So this is going to be a landscape orientation, and we're going to just add the paper. Now you do have two choices for sides, so you might want to test it out and see. Yes, Anita. And October has some cute owls on it too. So cute cards for kids with bright colors, and our friends too coming. All right, so we put our background on, and then this little piece. Now this, I posted a picture. I don't know if you saw how many tools I used to create this. So this is a Border Maker cartridge. And it's was an advisor exclusive. And so that's one of the ones that will be those of you attending Mount Dora, if you place an order, gosh, now I forgot. I think it was like 125 this week. Then you get to pick from some limited edition punches, and that's one of them. So it's an exclusive. It's an exclusive Border Maker punch, and I love it. Okay, so now this sentiment there is going to go right in the middle, and then we're going to add our shells because birthdays are meant to be celebrated. All right, so the big one goes up here. I did not pop up the big one. You should have two dimensionals right there, and many of you like to pop up way more than that, and that is fine. I might need to move that over. I popped up both of these smaller shells. I kind of ran over. I might need to move that one up there. Then I put this one down here like that. So the shells are hand stamped and die cut. So I noticed that mine is a little not centered. I probably gave that to myself. Hopefully yours is not that, but whoever you send it to will know this is a handmade card. No two are the same. So, and of course, as always, I don't have to give you permission to off-road. It's your card your way. So I can see that my sample, I actually had this more blue showing. And you do not have to do it by the sample, but I do love that blue. So I might try to just move it without upsetting things too much. I'm going to move that down a little bit. I don't think I can move that shell because those foam squares are really sticky. And I think it's going to damage the cardstock. It is. So I'm not going to move it far from there. I'm just going to move it a little bit. I'm like off the screen. Oh boy. Did I mention I had a very long drive today? I'm feeling like a little off. Okay. So now I know some of you have some inks and you can go back and do your chalking ink, and that would be a great thing to do. I think the reason why I did on some of the samples and then I didn't do that much on these because I really just wanted to keep them, you know, simple so that we could send them to some dudes. Okay, so this one, I mean, again, so easy. So hopefully you will take from these card kits, which I know some of you kind of dissect the cards, which is great. You know, take measurements, recreate them. That, you know, it's perfectly fine. So this is the Ancient Keyhole Border Maker cartridge, which I love. It's very underappreciated. You know how sometimes I talk about tools that are underappreciated, and this is one of them. I really like this Ancient Keyhole, and then there's a punch that kind of got released with this one, I think in January, and I love them both. So here we have happy, 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 happy birthday. And it's gray and navy, and we put our background on. I need to do that. And you have choices again. If you want to, maybe I'll do this one this way. I like this, but I don't know what I just said. Some device thought I was talking to it. So I'm going to go the back for this one. Now yours probably doesn't have an anchor out of it. I'm going to attach this first because mine has an anchor out of it. But like I said, I don't think yours does. But just so that I'm making sure that the tape is in the right place, I'm going to add, see, I need to switch this camera because I'll keep going the wrong way. All right. And then that will go right in the center. So, yeah, so this one, I took the Border Maker cartridge and cut it out of the side. And you know, if you've been taught to use the Border Maker cartridge, you know, we have the guide that shows for how much paper, and you put it in the thing and you go down. But you can also flip it upside down, like sometimes we do with punches, so you can see where you're punching. Because to get this look, I did have to flip it over because I think I needed them to be closer. Something. Anyway, it's a bit of a project when Border Maker cartridges and stamping are involved. But now we're done. Oh, and please yell if I'm going too fast. Like I said, these are not complicated. We don't have any jewels or anything, but that doesn't mean that you aren't putting jewels on and doing things to them over in your neck of the woods. And I know some of you usually wait till the end on all that, but if I'm getting too fast and speeding right along, just let me know. And I'll just have a sip of water there. Okay. Well, no one has said anything, but it might be because you're so busy working that you can't. Okay, this is another one where I did the Border Maker cartridge. So this is one that was not available for purchase. So will also be in my little basket of goodies. It was part of a promo. So again, if you place an order by I forget, the 5th. Maybe. I'm just going to look really quick at what I said so I can tell you. Okay, so if you're going to Mount Dora, yeah, and if you order $125 order from my Crib Memory site, you'll get to pick a limited edition border maker or border maker cartridge. That one will be at Mount Dora for you to pick. So this is one of them. Isn't it great? So this is a really cool look that you can do with your border maker cartridges that stay attached. What are some examples of those? This is not a border maker cartridge, but a border maker with the boots, where it's like a boot footprint, like for hiking. That's one. What else is one? Oh, the chevron arrows is another one. I think the footprints is one, like beach footprints stays attached, but you can do that on the side of your cards and make this cool little window. So we're going to just fold that like a regular, regular card like we do. Look at me. I'm going to use the bone folder. Oh, look at that. Was terrible. Thought that was supposed to be so that it didn't do it crooked. And that was just ridiculously crooked. All right, so this one I did add a little ink, and this says happy birthday to a really great guy. So you're going to add the brown first. Oh, the grounding order has been lifted for Atlanta. You'll be happy to know. So April will be released from New York City and will at least get to fly to Atlanta. Yay. Yay for small miracles. Okay, so I feel like I have a little bit too much space and not enough space on the side. For some of you, that doesn't bother you. For me, that bothers me. So I am going to shave off. It's always handy to have a personal trimmer within arm's reach in case you need to do a slight trim, which I did. And I apologize if yours is way off too. But I wanted to have that same space around. All right, and then now I can add this one in here. And then we'll add our little blue strip behind here. Now, this is tricky, right? Because you either have to add your adhesive to these little places. Don't add it to your strip because then you're going to see it through the windows, or you're going to stick it to the page itself, which you actually could do that. So if you don't have repositionable tape, you could attach it, although you got to have it lined up right, but you could attach it to this part of the card as an option instead of attaching it to this side of the card. So I'm going to leave that up to you, whatever you decide. But you'll want to get that lined up right. So either way, it'd be good to use repositionable tape in case you need to shimmy this over. But I'm going to use repositionable tape because this is a really good application, because I can just do this with the repositionable tape and then put this over it. Because those little, and then you can just rub and all those little dots come off. But see, now I've got my paper, and it's repositionable for right now, but not forever. So it does get sticky. By tomorrow, it will be good to go. Let me just get all the pieces. That's that little silicone mat that we had was perfect for this. But so that's it. And what do we have next? Oh, well, next we have the lighthouse. So you will have decisions to make. And oh, I need I don't have an anchor on this one. So you'll see a couple things that aren't on the sample. I decided I needed one more tool. I needed to use one more tool in this card class and this month. So I cut out the anchors with this Creative Memories anchor punch, and then use some little twine, and we're going to wrap that around there, and that's where it's going to go. And it's not on my sample, so you know, you might not realize where it's going. So this base is already folded for you, but if you have a bone folder, and many of you do because you're avid card makers, then then you can crisp up that fold. All right, then we're going to use the baby blue cardstock. And that is going on our base. And then we've got this cute little Polaroid. Now I put mine on an angle, and then this wave paper is going to go behind. Now some of these, they might need a little smidge cut off. So we've got the blue, then we have this happiness always, and then you have a decision to make with these lighthouses. So this is the lighthouse punch that was part of the secret box in July. And I only kept one on. I just used my little scissors. Oh, are you kidding me? I thought I had scissors with me. Oh, I might have to jump up and get them. But so you can decide how many of those you want to keep. You probably want to keep one, but I might keep a different one. You can also decide, you know, if there's a certain, you know, one you want to keep, like on the left or the right. You will have this anchor, and remember the white's going to go on the top, so it won't be blue on blue. It'll be like this, and you'll want to leave room for the happiness always. So this is the look we're going for. I'm going to hop out of my seat and grab my scissors. Okay, got my scissors. So now we can assemble this. So the first thing I'm going to do is decide which lighthouse or lighthouses I'm going to keep. I think I'm going to keep this one. And so I'm just going to kind of roll along here. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to like have a match the bottom, because the bottom is supposed to look kind of like a little wave going along. So I'm not even going to really worry much about what that looks like. I'm just going to do my best. All right. So that's what I got. Get rid of all these extra pieces. So now I'm going to attach these two together. And I'm going to use the repositionable. I'm not going to do it on my mat. Okay. I'm just going to trim this up. And then we can kind of worry about placement in here. So I would go ahead and do this navy part first. And a good way to do that would be to add some tape here, being careful not to go above the little window part. And if you do, you can just fold it over so that there's just a little bit of the blue for the blue to grab onto. Okay, so that way it sticks nice. Now that that's on, now you can position this one in the right place. And again, you don't want to necessarily put the adhesive here, although you can. You can use your repositionable. You can, if you're really adept at just getting a couple of these, you could do that. But you can also do the same thing again, kind of run along this edge and maybe up into your lighthouse a little bit, just so that there's enough for it to grab onto, and so that all of your paper is covered. And I probably should have done it from this view because then it would have been straight. Now I'm going to have to, this is like the exact same size, and I need to like trim off a little bit of there. Okay. But now you can load up the back of this and everything will stay. Now I put mine on an angle, so I'm going to do that again, put that on an angle. And now we get to tie on this anchor. So a couple different ways that you can do it. You saw I was like twisting it this way. So you can kind of leave some hanging up here and then twist it into it. And it's okay if it's kind of loose and like a little messy. It's just a, we're just an anchor with some twine on it. And if it's too much, you can also cut it after you put it on there. So I'm just going to kind of twist it around. I threaded it through so that it won't fall off on me. But then I'm going to just attach it with my tape, just the way I would something else. And I'm not even going to worry about attaching specifically the twine. You can also leave the twine off if it annoys you, which it's annoying me right now. That's for darn sure. I'm going to add some repo on there. Okay, and then this is just going to go on here. So there. And you can also just kind of tighten things up and adjust it once you get it to this point. Try not to worry about it too much because, otherwise you can mangle your anchor. I keep losing the word. There. And then, like I said, if it's just like too long, you can trim off some ends. I just felt like it needed something, or just needed something a little more. I'm not sure if this is what it needed. And you might find something else that you want to put there. Or nothing at all. I'm still messing with it after I said, no, don't mess with it. I just felt like it was a little loose. Okay. So there's happiness always. So that can be for, that's one of those cards that doesn't necessarily have to be for birthday. It could be for a variety of things. Maybe for retirement. I don't know. I try to mix it up sometimes. But I do like these kind of fold cards because the person you give it to, not that you can't stand this one up. Clearly, this one stands up just as well. But I don't know. Something about it standing that way. I'm into it. All right. Well, we're on our last one. You can see changes were made to the sample. So this one, I originally started with like a shimmery light color. Well, you probably couldn't tell that from the sample, but I ended up going with just the beige. Again, I just decided instead of adding all the chalk and, you know, I'm just used to girling it up. But you can definitely do that and definitely add bling to this because Shell, yeah, it's your birthday is one of those cards that could go. Oh, good idea, Dottie. So Dottie said, well, you could add one of your lighthouses in there. I'm going to do it. It's a little surprise in the card. Little lighthouse surprise. Okay. Whoops. So this one. So this is going on the inside because we're using, so clearly this, well, maybe not clearly, but I'll just tell you. So this was where the Polaroid was cut out of. And rather than just waste a bunch of paper, hey, Kim, I decided to use that in a card design. So sometimes my designs come backwards like that, where I know I want to use something and then I have to kind of back into it, if you will. So I don't want to go right to the edges, and I was just measuring that. That's what I was doing. So in these little thicker parts, you can do that, but there is going to be a little like 1/4 inch edge, so you don't want to go right to the edge. All right, so, but when you put your tape there, now your blue will stick on there. So it looks like, you know, it's a blue piece of paper, this, but now the blue is on the inside too, which is a nice effect. And then we're going to add this, and now you have choices. And so I switched up my other one on the other card. I did the other side. So this time I think I'm going to switch it the other way, and I'm going to use the scratchy side. What is that, you think? Whatever this print is. It's the same color blue. And so now we're going to go with the shell. Yeah, it's your birthday. That goes on. And then, now this piece is going to be too long, but that's because it's on an angle. So I went ahead and gave you the full, I don't know, 6 inches or so, because you got to put it on the angle, and then you have to, you've got to trim up the sides. And now I'm kind of sad that I didn't chalk for everyone, but I know that you're all sitting with mounds of supplies. Sometimes I just like the look of the clean, the white on white. Maybe it's a phase I'm going through. Be careful when you cut this side where the fold is that you don't accidentally cut the card. You can also fold it around and just put some adhesive and have it carry around the card if you're afraid you're going to do that. Or you can just bend it to see where the fold is. But I say that because I've done that. You know, you go so close and then all of a sudden you have a cut card edge. All right, so that is, those are our cards. That was our last one. Now let's get them all out here. Hi, Faith. Welcome. Thanks for popping in. This one's the one. And okay. So that's our August card class. And I do have 3 more sets of these. So if anyone's watching and they didn't get one and they would like one, you can still order them on my website. Actually, on my website at DaytonaAreaScrapbooking.com, you can actually go back a couple months. One of the recent ones sold out, but I do have a couple, I think, still from last month. So whenever I try to make a couple extra and to have at retreats and whatnot, because sometimes at a retreat, people just need to mix it up a little bit. Sometimes they need a brain break from traditional scrapbooking and they want to make some cards. So anyway, on my website is you'll be able to see what card kits from past card kits are available, and you're able to purchase them. So if there's one that you particularly liked in the recent last few months, you might be able to pick up a second one. Aw, Faith, I'm sorry that got rained out. I'm actually surprised they even started it, but it's been I've been hearing it rumbling out there. So I'm glad you made it home safe. All righty. So let us make sure that everyone has said hello in the chat. So if you haven't, this is your last chance to say hi or give us an emoji or something so that you're entered into the drawing. And I will do that next, and we'll see who our lucky winner is. All right, let's see. Okay, let us begin. Who's it going to be? Kitty! Congratulations, Kitty. Are you still on? You do have to be present to win. It's an in the feed drawing. Kitty, are you there? Are you there, Kitty? Congratulations, Kitty. Let's cross our fingers. There's a little bit of a delay. I'm going to wait for her to chime in here. So don't hop off, because if Kitty's not there, then I'll draw again. I don't see her saying anything. So, it hurts my heart. But I know all of you that are still in the chat are excited because you still have a chance. All right, going once, going twice. Oh, no, Kitty. Okay. I don't think she's on. We're drawing again. Okay, let's see who our winner is and if they're still on. Jacqueline, are you still on? Oh dear, did we lose Jacqueline? Jacqueline. Wow, oh yay, I was going to say we've never had to draw 3. Well, congratulations, Jacqueline. You are the winner. I will pop those CM credits into your account as soon as I get off here. Congratulations. And I think that's all for tonight. And all of you, we've done such a great job being distracted, all the Floridians, by what's happening outside our homes right now and tomorrow. But of course, I hope you are all safe, and I'm praying for all of you, especially those of you that haven't fully healed from last year's go around, and none of us really do. But praying for you all, and I hope you're all safe. And I'll post something tomorrow, and do check in and let us know that everybody's okay. Be safe and stay scrappy, my friends. Until I see you again. Bye-bye.